What is up, y'all? It's Whiskey Wednesday. We're having another with Espo. I'm still Espo. Hey, what's going on? We are still trying to get through the 12 drinks of Christmas. We've got 2 down. Then it's been a few days, so we gotta try to bump out a few here. Got our trusty very merry cocktails deck here, so we're gonna randomly pull up another one and see what comes up. Definitely not have one pre-planned that I don't even have to look at and know that it's the wrapping paper. Looks very fun. Looks very fun. Actually, it looks familiar. This is not the wrapping paper. This is something else. Son of a bitch, these are backwards. That takes out all the fun. Let's try this again. The wrapping paper. Looks very cool. This one looks like it's served in a coupe. We're not going to do that. We're just going to serve it in a murder glass because that's how I like it. Wrapping paper. It's a shake and drink. Is it a shake and drink? It's a shake and drink. It's going to be delightful. We're going to have some fun with it. I'm going to put this down here. We've only got half an hour to mess with, so we're going to make it count. There's our murder glass. We've got our shaker tins. We're going to fill that with ice. Got some lovely hand-flavored ice over here. And why not? We're going to pop that in there. Are we going to pop that in there? Yes, we are going to pop that in there. We're starting off. All right. We need to start off. It is Whiskey Wednesday after all. We're going to start off with some bourbon. So, this looks like it's going to need to stand out ever so slightly, but not really be too strong to overpower everything else in it. I'm thinking, based on that recipe, Basil Hayden. Let's go with that. 1 ounce of bourbon. I'm choosing Basil Hayden. You use whatever the hell you want. Into our shaker tin this goes. Boop. Lid back on. We'll leave this up here for now while we're making it. Lid back on. Next up, we need 1 ounce of Amaro. We happen to have some right here. That one was a lucky coincidence. The next one, I'm probably going to have to dig out. 1 ounce of Amaro. In she goes. I'm pretty excited to try this one. We need 1 ounce of Aperol, which I have behind the cognac. Got her. That was quick. So far, this is going really smoothly. Aside from that whole card thing, super excited about it. 1 ounce. So equal parts. 3 equal parts there. And now it's time for the 4th equal part. We deviate ever so slightly. There's the Aperol. We're going to give that to Magda for a minute. 1 ounce of some actually freshly squeezed. I was a good boy. Did it ahead of time. Orange juice. 1 ounce. In she goes. Magda, if you can hang on to that, that'd be delightful. Little into the big. Give it a smack. Ooh. Need more of a seal there. That's fun. And we shake. And we do the normal shaky thing where I check the microphone and make sure it's on and I didn't waste the last 3 minutes. And we wait until we get some condensation going on the sides. Looking good to me. Big goes back into the little. We've already got our big old ice ball in the murder glass. We'll pop that to the side. Strain that in there. This looks fantastic. Oh my god, the color on this thing is gorgeous. It says to garnish with an orange peel, but that would require having an orange down here, which I don't, because smart. I do have some dehydrated oranges, and that's going to look really pretty. So we're going to use that. Dehydrated orange. This one looks like one of the homemade ones. Cool. In she goes. Give it a try. Sniff first. Close that up. Really would have liked some bitters in this, I think, but we're going to leave it be because we're just going by the seed of our recipe here. Smells delicious. Smells like orange and Aperol. This is going to be fantastic. I'm hoping this is going to be fantastic. It feels kind of like a paper plane. Kind of. That's wonderful. Oh, I should have made this last. That's good. Fuck, I want to finish that now. Wrapping paper. That is fantastic. That's, out of the principle of the matter, that's going to be my Christmas wrapping drink this year. That's what I'm going to make that. Sit down at the table where you are currently sitting and wrap all the presents. It's going to be fantastic. I'm super excited. A little bit bitter with the Amaro and the Aperol. Could have maybe used some syrup in there. No, No, it doesn't. It's nice and balanced, actually. Bitter on the back end. Could have used some bitters maybe to alleviate some of that. That could have done it. That was fantastic. Peel would have been lovely. I'm loving the dehydrated orange there. That's fantastic. That looked beautiful. Man, I wish I had saved this one for later. That's delicious. We're gonna put that to the side and just think about it for the rest of the show. Whew, onto my printer. All right. Next up, let's go back to the cards. Back to the cards. Maybe they'll be organized this time. I mean, randomly, we're taking out the next one. It's called A Fireside Glow. Take a look at what it's supposed to look like. I'm not going to look a damn thing like that. It's going to be fantastic. This one's nice and easy. We are building in an old-fashioned glass. It's weird. This recipe is just odd, man. I don't really know what to do with it aside from make it smaller. It's calling for 3 ounces of bourbon, 3 ounces of cinnamon syrup, which I just happen to have, but mine's rich. I don't know if that's going to kind of go with what they have here. It says see booklet. I don't have a booklet. We're running into problems here, mother. And then 2 or 3 dashes of amaretto. Do I have amaretto? That's going to be the next question. I'm pretty sure I do. Is it downstairs? That's going to be the embarrassing question that I have to ask now while I search for it. Come on, didn't fuck up. I know I have amaretto down here. Come on. Don't tell me. I think I have just enough. As long as this bottle doesn't break when I open it. Get ready to call the police / hospital. Do whatever you need to do. Yep, there is some in there. It's going to be fine. We're actually just doing a rinse with the amaretto, so that works out well. In that goes, into our murder glass. We're going to rinse that around, swirl it around a bit. Get that flavor in there, but just barely. Apparently, it only wants a hint for the fireside glow. Hint of amaretto. It actually says pour your couple of drops of amaretto in and then swirl it around, pour out the rest. That seems like a waste. So we're not going to do that nonsense. We're just going to leave it in there. There we go. All right, we're going to get our big ice ball in here. Now that glass is thoroughly lined, we need... What else do we need? We need 3 ounces of bourbon, it says. 3 ounces of bourbon, 3 ounces of syrup. That seems obscene. And also, my cinnamon syrup is super spicy, so we're going to need something to actually come through this a little bit. So I'm thinking something a little stronger, something bonded maybe. I'm thinking Old Grandad is the way to go. That will still stand out. That'll hold up to the cinnamon. I think that is the best plan so far. So we're going to go... I should really rinse that out. Good enough. We're going to go 1.5 ounces of bourbon. We're going to put that in second because we're being smart. Basil, you can go back. Oh, again, Basil Hayden. Basil Hayden's grandfather. Now you know. That's who the Old Grandad is. Start off with our cinnamon syrup that's been sitting in my beer fridge for quite some time. Beautiful color on it. Almost rosy. That is 1.5 ounces. This is going to be a ridiculously sweet drink. 1.5 ounces. Holy shit. You will be glowing after this. Hopefully it's from the fireside. We need 1.5 ounces. We're going to mash that up. 1.5 ounces of Old Grandad. We're going to give this a little stir in the glass to kind of get her together. Where's a spoon? There's a spoon. Could we just use a chopstick that we have on the bar for some reason? We totally could. Are we gonna? Nah. It's gonna be fine. Oh, that is thick. Jesus. This is so much sugar, guys. I hope this is good because I don't trust it. That is, oh man, that is syrupy. All right, let's give it a try. It's sweet. It ain't half bad. I'd mess with the ratios ever so slightly, but that's really tasty. Fuck, that's decent. Needs something else, though, man. I'm so tempted just to put a little dasher of absinthe in there, kind of mess with it a touch. That's pretty tasty. There we have it. Your Fireside Glow. It's essentially a holy fuck amount of sugar old-fashioned. Merry Christmas. Leave that one under the tree for Santa, maybe. Pop that over with that wrapping paper. You know what? I'm going to take another sip of that wrapping paper. Oh, man, that feels like a paper plane. Delicious. Holy smokes. Holy smokes, that one's good. I didn't expect to find one so tasty. That one could maybe up the bourbon just a touch. Maybe an ounce and a half of bourbon and then equal parts everything else. But that's just me. I like it a little bourbony. Same with that last one. Maybe go back down to like half an ounce of the cinnamon syrup and then 2 ounces of bourbon. And you're just making a cinnamon old-fashioned with a dash of amaretto instead of whatever the hell else you're doing. Next up, we have the Mistletoe Kiss. This is essentially a whiskey sour. We're going to change it up ever so slightly because this one, I am going to change it up. I feel like I have stuff. I have thoughts. I'm going to use them. They're in this big old cabeza. We're going to do things. Still got a green light? That's a good sign. All right. Mistletoe Kiss. Okay, this is a riff on the classic whiskey sour. This deliciously zesty drink will make you pucker up. So go stand under the mistletoe. That is some excellent copy editing right there. Good job, whoever the hell did it. We're going to get a different shaker because using the same one would be gross based on what we're about to put in. Again, we're making a whiskey sour, more or less. Pretty much a Boston sour. Sherry, I'll let you know if this one's the one to go with. Here we are. I'm going to fill this up with ice. Do we need ice first? No, we're going to dry shake first. We're going to dry shake this one first because, well, you'll see why. This is 2 ounces of whiskey. So 2 ounces. What do we want to use? This one's fairly standard. I don't want to go super crazy. This feels like it might overpower it ever so slightly. Away you go. I'm thinking 4 roses. Nice and standard. Beautiful bar rail. Very tasty. Not going to overpower it. Not going to go too crazy with it. All right. So quick dry shake here just to get things combined. Because again, it's a whiskey sour. You know why. If you don't know why, I'll explain it while I'm doing it. All right. There we go. There's our 2 ounces of bourbon. Delightful there. Again, great little bourbon here. Pick it up. It's nice and cheap. It's great as a mixer. It's okay as a sipper, too. It's going to do you fine. 1 ounce of simple syrup. I have my regular simple syrup right here. So in that goes. 1 ounce seems like a ton. We're doing it anyway. Why not? In it goes. We need half an ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice and half an ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. I only had so many of these containers, so I have already combined them. So there's a full ounce of a lemon-lime mixture. In she goes. Next up, 1 egg white. So if you're pregnant, don't make cocktails, stupid. But also, don't drink this. There's a raw fucking egg white in it. 1 goopy-ass egg white in there. For now, if you don't eat eggs or can't eat eggs, the liquid from chickpeas, aquafaba. That foams up really nicely too. Or you can go and buy a special foaming agent. That'll do the job for you. So we're going to dry shake this a little bit to combine, get the egg kind of working. A little bit, just get everything combined before we put the eggs in, or before we put the ice in with it. Grab some ice, some lovely hand-flavored ice. Little end of the big. Give it a shake. Is it combined? Yep, nice and sealed. Let's give it a real shake. Oh shit! I forgot something. I forgot the special ingredient. This was my riff on it because if it's a mistletoe kiss, good lord, it should look a little bit like mistletoe. So, a couple of drops of green food coloring. 3 this time, in case you were trying to count. I did 3 drops of green food coloring. Let's see if that does the job. Good lord, lid, go back on there. Back on. Give it a nice smack. Sealed. Let's shake. Giving this little Christmas whiskey sour a nice shake. That green light's still on. We're still laughing, kids. Give it a smack. Whoop. There we go. Oh, this looks gorgeous. In she goes. Some people have thoughts on whether or not to put ice into a whiskey sour. I'm not gonna this time. We're just going to leave it without the ice cube. It's already nice and shaken. We've got a strainer, different strainer, because I didn't want it to be gross. In that goes. Look at that gorgeous Grinchy color. That is beautiful. Normally, I'd put a couple drops of Angostura bitters on here. This calls for a couple drops of grenadine for garnish. Why wouldn't you? They assume you have all these other crazy things. They don't assume you have bitters. Whatever. I have some shitty grenadine here. We're going to use it. I know real drink channels will make their own grenadine. I ain't got time for that. I do other shit. I do have a dropper. Get up there. Yep, Nick's on the struggle bus here. Hold on a sec. Let's see if I've got something I can use. Do this. Why didn't I do that the first time? That would have made way more sense. I don't think this bullshit grenadine is going to have the same effect. It's not as red as the roses grenadine that you'd like to see on this. Let's see what we can do. A couple drops. Oh yeah, it looks awful. I'm going to throw a little dash of Peychaud to be fun. No, we're going to try it first. We're going to try it. It's our mistletoe kiss. Pretty good old fashioned, or pretty good whiskey sour. Pretty good whiskey sour. I'm going to do the thing with the Ango anyway. It's going to have a better look. I'll try to drop this in gently. There we go. That could be the red berries on the green mistletoe. Right? That makes sense. Oh, could have also just dropped in some boozy cherries. That would have been fantastic. That's delicious. Great little whiskey sour. Not upset about it. That's our mistletoe kiss. Again, it should be green. Come on, Christmas cards. Be better. Be better. Whatever. We have it. I'm Conan now. All right, we have one more. It's a little bit different. We're going to try it out first. I've got way too much sour in my mouth right now. I need some water. Good Lord. It wouldn't be Whiskey Wednesday without tasting a little bit of whiskey, so we're going to, except in a very indirect way. I just got some of this as a birthday gift. It's the Wayne Gretzky Distillery Vanilla Bean Cream, Canadian cream. We're going to get it freshly cracked. Try it out. See what we think of it. And then, if it's worthwhile, we're going to make the, sixth cocktail of Christmas. So we'll be halfway there. It'll be fantastic. We're going to be Bon Jovi on this sucker. Let's see. I've had some of their other cream liqueurs. They're all whiskey-based. This one's 17%. I think it was $34 for the bottle. Might have been on sale, might not have. Whatever. Smells like a fucking milkshake. That's delicious. Deliciously smelling. Let's find out how it tastes. Oh my god. That's off-sidedly good. That's so good. that's a milkshake, man. It's like I went to McDonald's, got a vanilla milkshake, and put a little bit of whiskey in it. That's good. Oh, that's really tasty. I can do things with that. I can do things with that for sure. Let's put you there. What are we going to do? I've got a different mixer here. Let's use it. Throw some ice in. A little bit of hand-flavored ice. Great news there. This is going to be absolutely going to be our base. I think we're going to start with 2 ounces of this. Ounce and a half? We can always go more. Let's go ounce and a half. There's ounce and a half. Yeah, fuck it. 2. We're going nuts. We're doing it live. I'm building one on the fly here. I have some stuff. I didn't expect it to taste that good. That's fantastic. All right. Coffee liqueur. Normally I'd go with Kahlua. I have some from Mans. I had it last time too. Who knew? We're going to use it. Again, there's a little bit of chocolate flavor to it. I like that. I think it's fun. We're going to go about half an ounce. Just a taste. Just a taste of that in there. Really good coffee liqueur. Highly recommend. Again, if you're in Brantford, come on down. West Street, Mans. They don't pay me to do this. Wish they did. It'd be delightful. But I will still buy their stuff because they're great people and they make good stuff. Delicious. What else do we need? What else do we need in this thing? A little bit, just a touch of that cinnamon syrup. That's where we're going to go. This is super simple to make. Boil up some simple syrup, 2-to-1 ratio, and then throw your cinnamon sticks in it. Just let it steep while it's boiling. About a 1/4 ounce of cinnamon syrup. Beautiful, beautiful color on that stuff. I got to make some more apparently. Great stuff. Highly recommend. Mine was a little spicy. What else do I want in this thing? I've been licking my fingers all day. This is gross, eh? I got to stop doing that. I'm thinking 1/4 ounce of creme de cacao, like some sort of chocolate liqueur. That's what we're going to do. Make it like a mudslide. Just enough to taste it. And you know what? I screwed up. I shouldn't have done it this way. This was dumb. I very much screwed up. Do I have a strainer? I do have a strainer. Get that strainer. Okay, this was already used. Let's get a cup. Got a mixing cup here. We're going to take that ice out of there because we don't need to water this down with ice. That'd be silly. That'd be stupid. We still have leftover. So this can just go wherever the hell. You're going in here and making some curdled nonsense. It's going to be super fun later. Highly recommend. We've got some leftover coffee cubes. I've got my hot homie here. I usually use this to freeze soup. When I make soup, I make a huge, huge batch of soup. Got some coffee ice cubes here. Yeah, why not? Break that off in there. Same with this one. Give it a little smack. Really nice German chocolate cake coffee ice. Good enough. It'll be fine. In this goes, I've made a mess of so many dishes now. I'm going to be doing some dishes. You can hold that. Maggie, if you could hold all that, that'd be delightful. Got that in there, in that shaker. Fuck, I hope that was a clean one. We're going to find out. In that shake. Really get some of that coffee flavor in there. That's why I only used like a 1/4 ounce of coffee liqueur or 1/2 ounce. Honestly, that vanilla bean is really tasty, man. We can put the 4 roses away. We can bring that out front and center. Gretzky, I don't love all your products. Your cream liqueurs, great job, man. Whoever the hell you pay to make those, awesome job. So you can also blend this and be really, really tasty. I'd highly recommend that. Get that coffee ice into that. Oh, I think we need a couple dashes of bitters of some kind. Do we want chocolate bitters or is that too far? Maybe go back other somewhat local mushroom and cocoa. Let's try. Go 1 dropper of mushroom and cocoa bitters from Wild Muskoka. Going full circle. If I can ever get this thing open. I think I was a little bit aggressive when I closed it last time around. There we go. When in doubt, tablecloth. 1 dropper, in it goes. Boom. Give that a little stir, a little mixy mix. Oh my god. This will be so good. All right, we've got that strainer. I don't want to use these ones. Do I want to use that one? No, there's citrus in that. There's citrus in that. That'd be stupid. There we go. Julep strainer, because we're running out of options here. Hate using this thing because I'm not very good at it, is what it is. Pour that into a martini glass. Gorgeous. I'm very much going to save this coffee ice and just blend it up later. It's going to be delightful. And what else do we want? A little nutmeg? Do I have my grater down here? I think I brought my grater back upstairs. Fuck the world. We're just trying it. Trying it. Chocolate milkshake, man. That's delicious. It is all over my beer. That is foamy. That is sweet, creamy, not overpowering. The vanilla comes right through. This was fine on its own. Honestly, this with a couple of dashes of bitters and shaken would have been fantastic on its own, I think. This with the cinnamon. And the chocolate and the coffee is really, I'm loving life on that front. That's delightful. That's really tasty. It's a milkshake. It's flat up. That's just a fucking milkshake. That's delicious. We are running out of time. Based on how much time I have left to record, I've got seconds left. More than that. I've got about a minute left. That's about all for today. Happy Whiskey Wednesday, y'all. I am filming this on Tuesday because it's supposed to snow tomorrow. Smart. Doing snow stuff tomorrow. Not drinking. Haha. These were all very delicious. I'm very happy with this. I was really expecting to throw out a bunch of drinks, like not finish a bunch of these drinks. I may have to invite people over to help me with this. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm going to make some calls. Neighbor lady, you're getting a call. Come on over. We'll see you soon. Cheers. Thanks for coming by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. Work.